This is Twit.
The app that I would like to talk about is called Gneo. That's G-N-E-O.
Gneo.
Gneo?
I don't know.
What's that? Oh,
That's my app.
That's your app.
Turn off my sound.
Jeez.
Turn on Sarah's Gneo.
Jeez. Now, before I go any farther, I want to say that this is a $10 app.
Okay.
Now, that's a lot. However, this is also a very fully functional app as well. And this is one of those apps that I would suggest to you if you want to put in the time to use it. Okay, so here's, when you first open Gneo, we want to call it Gneo, like GNU. Here are all this is actually the way that it opens up for you, which is very helpful so you know what all your gestures are. You can press and hold to move tasks up and down. All right, so that's kind of nice. You can swipe a bit to the left to show details.
So it's a task manager.
Yeah, exactly. So you show details of any task, urgent, important, who might be involved, blah, blah, blah. You can obviously tap a checkbox to complete, swipe all the way to the right to delete a task that you've already finished. This is Mailbox, the email app.
Clear.
Yeah.
This is a new style.
It's a certain kind of UI that they're all using. Shaking to undo, delete, that actually is something that I use all the time. Because I
so if you delete something by accident and you just shake it and you go, ooh, I'm mad at you.
And it feels good because you're sort of mad at yourself. I didn't mean to delete
Why
that.
did I do this?
Swipe a bit to the right to follow up with this task. Then you can decide to follow up in a certain amount of days, etc. If you want to view settings, you can, I mean, this goes on and on. You've got your little notebook. Here's, for example, here's one notebook that I'm looking at. So this is one particular notebook. It populates already. We're all gonna get the same thing at the beginning because I haven't really added a lot of my own tasks. But you go ahead and add a task. Then you've got all of this stuff. Let's call it lunch. That's my new task.
That's a good task.
Very important.
There's one I can get done.
And it's urgent. I would like a reminder at 11:45.
Go to lunch.
That I need to have lunch.
Yeah.
You know, you get the idea. This is easy to use. This is very much a task manager, but there's a calendar involvement. It's very well done. It's they have left no stone unturned as far as all of the stuff that you can use it to keep organized. What's also kind of neat, this confused me at first, is, okay, so I'm looking at one notebook and I can have more than one notebook. Okay, well this little button here in the lower middle, if you press it, you almost get a multitask emulator. I am not outside of the app right now. I'm inside of the app and I can manage multiple notebooks at once. So I'm looking at, for example, basically a calendar view of the stuff that I've got to do. And then I've got my tasks as arranged just as a list of things. Then I've got, here's kind of cool. This is almost like brainstorming. Here's my urgent little quadrant here. Here's my not urgent quadrant.
Oh, I kind of like this.
Yeah, and so you can kind of be like, you know what, this is actually really urgent. I gotta start moving stuff around and get a little bit more of, here's the stuff that I've got to do, and when I'm done with the really important stuff, then I can get over to my non-urgent areas and so on. So this is
to-do list triage. I think that's a really useful feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can go ahead and set some goals for yourself. I mean, the list goes on and on. Of course, you've got a map if you want to geolocate certain things that you have to do at certain times.
Nice. Okay, maybe this is worth $10.
Man, at first I was like, $10.
Like, wow.
But again, this is it's extremely functional.
And do you
sync all your calendars?
Do you use any other to-do lists like Clear or Anydo?
Anydo is the one.
I love Anydo.
Anydo is the one that every morning at 9 a.m. I have it notify me just to like write some stuff down that you need to do today. So if I never think about it again, at least I've thought about it.
Or prioritize existing to-dos. Yeah, I like Anydo.
I think that Gneo it's probably the nicest to-do manager I've ever seen.
Boy, it is.
And I think a lot of people will say, maybe a little too much for me. You have to be someone who wants to really, really dive into the multi-facets of organization. But if you want to do that, this is the app to get.
Gneo.
Gneo, that's right. $9.99.